Hello guys, it's Jdyo, and you are probably wondering why I'm doing a World War II beginner's guide when the game has been out for over a month. And here's why. In 24 days, there's something we call Christmas. And so all of these Christmas noobs are going to be getting Call of Duty and not going to know all of the new things about World War II. So I'm going to be explaining to you guys all of the new things that are in World War II, because there's a whole new thing. Call of Duty's really changed it up, and there's no longer just loading screens and tabs. There's a whole new headquarters and third-person views. So let's go over it. This is your headquarters, and this is where everything happens. This is where you prestige divisions and weapons and all that. There's no longer just tabs that help you do that. So the first thing you're going to want to do pretty much every time you come in is check your mail. You're going to get armor credits, and this is what you can use to get certain contracts, to get certain supply drops and stuff like that. You only can do it once every 4 hours, and it gives you just a free 100 armor credits. And so if you come over here to your quartermaster, this is where you can get certain contracts, and you can buy supply drops with COD points. And so the contracts are pretty much the same as they were in Black Ops 3 and Infinite Warfare. You just complete a certain task within a certain amount of time, and you can get whatever the reward is. As you guys can see at the bottom, it says rare supply drop, and some of them are just normal supply drops, and some of them are just XP bonuses for a certain amount of time. So that's just your quartermaster. Now if you run over here to division prestige, now I'll get more into divisions in just a minute, but this is super important. If you prestige a division, you can get a certain reward that you would never be able to do if you didn't. So for example, if you prestige the airborne division, you get the MP40 submachine gun, and it's super overpowered to prestige them and get the certain reward that you wouldn't be able to get any other way. Now if you run over here, you can have the 1v1 lobby. As you guys can see, there's two guys in here 1v1ing. You can just 1v1 with people in your headquarters lobby, and it's super fun. I like it a lot. It's just kind of something to do. And then over here is your gunsmith. This is where you can prestige weapons. This isn't super important. It's just kind of for fun, to have more fun with the game. I max prestige my grease gun because I used it a ton, and I thought it was kind of fun. As you guys can see, if you come into your classes, I'll go over class making later, but as you guys can see, the prestige options, there's only two that you can do. It's just kind of for fun. There's nothing super important about it, but I think it's fun. So if you come over here, you can just kind of play a little board game with anyone else in the lobby. It's kind of cool. Holy heck, this is the biggest lag ever. Wow. Alright, so if you run over here up through this little bunker, there's the theater. I think that they're going to add it where you can just watch old replays again, but as of right now, you can only watch the Division little theme thing that tells you what the Division is all about. There's really nothing special about it, and I think they're going to add the gameplay rewatch later to the theater. So if you run over here to Major Howard, this is the last thing. They're pretty much more advanced contracts. They're not actually called contracts, but they're way more advanced ones. A little bit harder tasks, but a lot more time to do it, and a way big reward. So if you do one of the weekly ones, then it gives you about a week to do it, and you can get a rare supply drop from doing it every time. And if you do one of the red ones, it gives you just kind of a mix of different things. So alright, so this is kind of your HUD. If you just press the start button, this is where you can access this thing. You can go into your class making. These are divisions. So divisions are geared towards a certain type of gun class. So SMG, rifles, shotguns. So the airborne is definitely for SMG, and each division gives you a certain perk for that certain gun type. So for example, airborne gives you suppressor for your SMG, and infantry gives you a bayonet charge so you can knife people with your gun. So it's super overpowered, and there's 5 different divisions that you can do, and it just gives you bonuses towards a certain type of gun, and it doesn't even have to be, you don't have to have that certain gun when you're using that division, which is nice. I could be using the airborne division for one of my assault rifles. So yeah, that's just the new divisions. Now if you go to a certain game mode, this is what the lobby is going to look like. So the lobbies have changed quite a bit. It's kind of confusing, but if you hold the left trigger, then you can vote on a map, and if you hold the right trigger, then your supply drops come up, and you can go to the quartermaster straight from the loading screen. Then you can just kind of create your classes from there and all that. The thing about that was confusing for me at the beginning is they don't actually name classes, they're called divisions. So if you go into the divisions, those are your classes and not actual classes, so just keep that in mind. But yeah, certain things have changed, but pretty much the same basic mechanics apply when you're actually in-game and playing, and that's what I like about it a lot. I think they did a really good job on the whole headquarters thing, and I like it a lot. So hopefully you guys found this video super informative, and hopefully it helps all of you who got it for Christmas and know nothing about the game. So Thank you guys so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and share, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.